Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book Networking Like a Pro and creator of the popular program How to Expand Your Reach, Impact More Lives, and Get Your Message Out to a Wider Audience. And as you can tell, I am on the move here, just walking a little bit. It's a little bit of the fall time, so it's a little cooler, but I gotta tell you, I was talking to Deb, I said I could play some golf in this weather as well, so it really feels good. But one of the things I wanted to talk with you guys about today here was this idea of when you're talking to prospective clients, how is it that you can do something and be successful and actually get a paying client without feeling like you're being pushy or salesy or otherwise over the top? Or even in a different way, how is it that you're able to expand your reach in a way where more people will want to talk with you and potentially hire you as a service professional? And you know what the answer is? Part of the answer is being able to actually talk about your credentials. Now, this is something that I'll definitely speak for myself was a little bit of a challenge. I remember my dad, this is maybe about 8 or 9 years ago, maybe a little longer actually, maybe 10 years. I was actually living in Georgia, Atlanta at the time. And he was like, how many books have you written? And I was like, at the time, I think it was like 6 or 7. And it's 7 now, but I don't remember if it was 6 at the time. And he's like, well, okay. And, you went to school at Duke. I'm like, right. He's like, I think one of them was a bestseller too, the books. I'm like, yeah. And this was before my podcast, so that didn't come up. But then he was asking me a few other questions. He's like, why is it that you don't mention that when you're doing like presentations or talking to people? And I thought to myself, I was like, well, I actually don't. I don't know. I felt like I was tooting my own horn. I felt like it was too much. I felt like, I don't know what I felt. But you know what I realized? That it was actually holding me back. So when you're talking to prospective clients, when you are out networking, when you're going on social, don't be afraid to talk about your credentials. Like when people work with me, right? One of the programs that we talked about already was how to expand your reach, impact more lives, and get more paying clients without being pushy. Well, on that program, what I do is I say, listen, we've got some private sessions, we've got some mastermind calls, we've got direct connect access that people can have with me directly. And listen, here's my credentials. I've written 7 books. I've gotten, 7 books, 300 speaking engagements, 250 podcast episodes, 17,000 social media followers. I've been doing this since 2001, so it's been several years. Like, I don't just go boom, 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 and just like a but I mention these things throughout the call. I mention these things throughout my networking. I put these things out there in my social media, so that if you or somebody else was to work with me, you would be like, oh, okay, I feel comfortable with this guy. And here's the thing. Prospective clients aren't going to tell you if they feel comfortable or not. You know why? Because they don't even know it themselves. What they know is that there's a vibe or an energy or a feeling that, whatever. And they're just like, that's why you get people who say, I need to think about it, because they're not sure about your credentials. They're not sure about the program, or they're not sure about how you can actually help them. All right. So I will say to you, if you're trying to get more clients and be able to do so in a way that's not pushy or salesy, and do so in a way that is expanding your reach and getting more top end clientele, absolutely don't be afraid. Do not sleep on the actual credentials that you have, whether it's a certification, whether it's years in the league, whether it's a book that's written, whether it's podcast episodes, videos that's put out, blogs that you do. I'm trying to think of social media followers. Like, put it out there either, and again, not all at once, but put it out there and make sure that people are aware of it. And I know what you might be thinking, oh, well, I don't want to be pushy, but I am telling you, this is, if you do it the right way, just a little here, a little there, social profile, mention it maybe in your blog post, you are not going to have a problem, and you are absolutely going to turn that around and get more higher paying clients, and do so in a way that's not pushy, salesy, or otherwise over the top. Now, as always, feel free to like, share, or comment below. I'd love to be able to hear what you guys have to say. I handle all of those comments personally. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.